Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. The UDA elected members of parliament from Mount Kenya region together with those who exited Azimio la Umoja, people like Sabina Chege, are making a kind of U-turn that in this video, I want us to understand why they are so terrified about the people. At the same time, they are terrified about facing William Ruto live. Mount Kenya, UDA elected members of parliament, together with those who are not elected, plus those who exited Azimio and are now supporting William Ruto, they don't know how to face William Ruto and tell him the truth, how the people are suffering and what they are saying on the ground. That is number one. Number two, they are feeling like they are failing their people. And because they had agreement and promises to their people, they're feeling like they are failing them. And they're not doing what they told them. And according to an inclusive analysis, as I was just listening to NTV, you can hear what Sabina Chege is saying, is that the people are seriously suffering. People are seriously hurting. When you look at whatever Irungu Kangata, the governor of Murang'a, is saying, that let the leaders understand what the people or Wanjiku are feeling on the ground. The same to Mutahi Kahiga and several others, like people like Gathoni Omuchoma. I want you to listen to whatever is happening.
Wanaosema kuwa huu sio wakati wa siasa.
We are talking about 10 years to come. Or if you're talking about a deputy president position in 2027, we have a current sitting president whom by all means, if things go well, there's a possibility that he will be re-elected as for a second term. One, it will be his decision on the person who he will pick to be his deputy.
I wish we are discussing how many dams we are going to construct in Mount Kenya, how many kilometers of roads we are going to construct in Mount Kenya, how many schools we are going to build, because that is the responsibility we were given by the people when we were elected. And the president told us to focus.
Ila kwa baadhi ya watu, naibu rais ameubeba mzigo wa mlima Kenya, hasa wanaohisi kuwa serikali ya Kenya Kwanza haijatimiza ahadi zake.
The Keno Marwa Road, you know what happened. You know what happened to Nyandarua Nyeri Road. So that is why there's a lot of discomfort in Mount Kenya, because we feel like somebody has taken us for a ride for our votes.
And as leaders, at some point, we will get maybe none of us being re-elected back when people make up their minds. Things are tough. We must really be very, very careful not to politic more. We need to focus on the people.
I can only urge Mount Kenya to remain united, Kenya to unite, and to focus on Wanjiku. I think the real political kingpin is Wanjiku.
Anyone interested in destabilizing this mountain better know the truth, that we may seem like we will be broken, we will be divided, but we shall rally together when the time comes.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we continue, if you're watching this video and you have not liked this video, please do me a favor and ensure you like this video. When you like this video, you automatically support the work of this channel. So consider liking this video, you give your opinion at the comment section below, and don't forget to share this video. And if you're a visitor for the first time visiting this channel, please consider subscribing to this channel. Now, they are feeling that the people are so hurting in the mountain. And the only help they can have ni kutetea hawa wananchi. Nunasikia hata Irungu Kangata anasema wacha basi the kingpin ikuwe Wanjiku, hawa wenye wanatuchagua, because they are the one who always vote for them. So if they prefer endorsing, worshipping, bowing before a politician that they voted for, yet what their people are passing through is so little, and then they want the people to feel better. They want people to feel like the promises they gave them is sincerely what they are doing. So it is a kind of that a matter that is being resolved in a way that they are fearing William Ruto not to tell him the truth. And the reason behind this, it's because they don't want to disappoint William Ruto. They are fearing to tell him the truth because they don't want to disappoint him. Now, number 2. I watched a video where people like Gadono Mchoma, they're saying that Uhuru Kenyatta disappointed them so much. Uhuru Kenyatta failed them so much. And by failing them, they are claiming that Uhuru Kenyatta never gave them a direction. That it is now Ruto who is giving them direction. But Uhuru gave them direction. Uhuru told them the reality. You heard the other time, Kabogo saying that Uhuru Kenyatta leaked what was going to happen, but he never came out elaborating it more. So I think they're claiming that Uhuru never mentored even some young leaders. And that is why today, Uhuru Kenyatta never handed over the mantle to other person. And that is why one of Rutano Uhuru Kenyatta left and right and center. But remember, they defied Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta because Uhuru Kenyatta endorsed Raila Amolo Odinga. And remember, even Mutahi Kahiga said they were told not to vote for Raila Odinga. So if Uhuru Kenyatta was endorsing Raila Odinga, then they were not to take the direction. But if Uhuru Kenyatta had directed them that now we are supporting our own, they could have hired Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. And Mutahi Kahiga said this.
We don't have Raila phobia. Baba Keke Uhuru Kenyatta took us through an oath never to vote for that man. Si ni kweli? Idemoti anyuira mumba. Sasa mnapoteza wasaa mpaka hii generation iende ndio mtasaidika. Lakini hapa hatuwasaidii, ni vizuri niwaambie. Haya.
Then the question is, even if these leaders will continue to complain, the reality is Uhuru Kenyatta gave them direction. They never headed towards that direction because Uhuru Kenyatta endorsed Raila Amolo Odinga. And the way you have heard from Mutahi Kahiga, they were told by Jomo Kenyatta not to vote for Raila Amolo Odinga. It was an oath they took. So he's claiming there are certain generation that must go. Then they will elect some people they were told not to vote for. And that is why, even if today you will not have easy time to convince a Kikuyu, wenye walizaliwa kitambo wakati wa Kenyatta, ukuja waambia ati Raila ni mtu mzuri, they will not accept. But I want you to listen to this.
Kwenye utawala wa Uhuru Kenyatta, wengi wanakubaliana kuwa hakupitisha kijiti, hivyo kuchukua lawama kwa matatizo yanayokabili eneo hilo.
To be very honest, Uhuru Kenyatta messed our community. Not because he didn't provide us the goodies, but he did not mentor leaders.
We almost lost a generation in between. If you look at it now, when you look at, for example, His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua, he might be an age mate of Uhuru or just around that. And he has squeezed his way into it. He was never really prepared by the powers that be. And so now this is a new generation that you see raising the Dendenyoros, the John. That is okay for me as far as I'm concerned. I see them as the future of this mountain.
Sasa mwenye alikuwa kingpin vile ameritaya sie ndio anafaa kutuambia ni nani kingpin.
Hiyo ni Uhuru Kenyatta.
Si ndio?
Lakini simulifukuza yeye.
Hatujafukuza yeye. Hiyo ni siasa tu. Hiyo ni mtoto wetu. Huyo ni baba yetu hapa.
Wanasiasa kama vile mbunge wa Laikipia Mashariki Mwangi Kionjori, aliyekuwa gavana William Kabogo na waziri wa zamani Jamlek Kamau, ambao walikuwa wameonyesha ari na uwezo wa kujikuza na kuwa viongozi tajika, walizimwa haraka haraka. Huku kuondoka kwa Kenyatta kukikaribia na eneo hilo likionekana kukosa mwelekeo wa kisiasa katika kampeni za William Ruto, sura changa zilijitokeza kuonekana ziking'ang'ania kumhakikishia uungwaji mkono wa vijana. Huko Kiambu, mbunge wa Kikuyu Kimani Ichung'wah, ambaye sasa anahudumu kama kiongozi wa chama cha walio wengi katika bunge la kitaifa, alijiweka kuwa mtetezi mkuu wa Ruto. Sawia na Alice Wahome, waziri wa ardhi kwa sasa, na Ndindi Nyoro, mbunge wa Kiharu na mwenyekiti wa kamati ya bajeti, ambao kwa pamoja walishikilia Murang'a. Anne Waiguru wa Kirinyaga, Cecily Mbarire wa Embu na Profesa Kithure Kindiki nao wakashikilia pakubwa kampeni za Ruto kwenye kaunti zao maalum. Ongezeko hili la viongozi likijitokeza wazi wakati William Ruto alimtangaza mgombea mwenza katika kikao tata huko Karen. Rigathi Gachagua aliibuka mshindi.
I present to you the Kenya Kwanza running mate candidate, my brother and friend, Rigathi Gachagua.
So according to these leaders from the mountain, what they're thinking about is that how Uhuru Kenyatta failed them. Number two, they voted for William Ruto, and what they promised the people of the mountain is not what they are doing. They are so disappointed in several ways. Their roads are not being built. Their businesses has been destroyed. Their students cannot even afford bursaries. They rejected one man, one vote, one shilling that Uhuru Kenyatta brought on board. And what they're looking for now, by the way, do you know that these UDA crooks wanatudanganya sahi kwamba wanaendorse Uhuru Kenyatta so that Uhuru Kenyatta kuje hand over the mantle, then they dump Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta? These people are still having problem with Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. And that is the problem they're continuing to see day in, day out. So the big issue there is, as much as we are concerned, these individuals, they are not satisfied on how William Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua are leading their region. And because they're endorsing William Ruto as their man, they're thinking like they don't have their own political party. At the same time, they don't have someone they can rely on. And that is why they're claiming they want a kingpin who will come out and defend them. Because they don't believe so much how Rigathi Gachagua is taking the mantle. The mantle was not endorsed, was not crowned, was not anointed. And what they want is that Uhuru Kenyatta to hand over, they have their ceremony, and they unite themselves. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think? Drop your opinion at the comment section below. Otherwise, thank you so much because of your great support. Please consider subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing this video.